What's up, everybody?
How are you guys?
Hello.
I'm good. Look who's on panel. Our special guest, MTT.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
How many years has it been since you've been on a live with me? It's been a while.
My hair was really short, I think. Last year.
I turned MTT into a Housewives fan.
Oh, yeah.
And she started on OC. I'm like, start from season 9 and you'll get a have you watched the earlier seasons ever?
No, I never went back and started from season 1 on that one. But after you told me to do that, like started in the middle, I remember the next one you got me to do the same thing. I don't remember if it was Atlanta or Beverly Hills.
Wasn't it Beverly Hills? It was no. I told you to watch every season of Beverly Hills because the same people are kind of in and out the whole time.
But yeah. I went crazy. I went like buck wild watching all these episodes. I was like doing housework watching them.
No, I told you to start Jersey at season 7 because
that one I went back. That one I went back into season 1. Definitely
what else?
And watch the whole thing on that. Bo, stop it. Can we not fight right now?
And hello, Miss Wicked. I love the do. You're looking like $1 million. Fresh out of the salon.
Yes. She like took some bulk out through here. I'm letting my bangs grow. I've never not had bangs. So, and then like my shortest layer is like right here. And I was like, let's just cut it. And she was like, okay, we'll trim up the bottom. And she was like, are you going to go darker for winter? And I'm like, yep. It'll be a little darker. I don't know why it's like not any different than it was the other day, but the other day it looked really light.
I had to darken my hair too. I wasn't happy.
Yeah, it's the winter thing.
But my daughter
my hair pulls like a lot of gold, and I figured out that I don't like highlights anymore. So she does low lights, and it makes me happy. Thank you guys.
Thanks. All right, so let's say hi to everybody. Linda S, hello, Sheila, Susie Q, and Nancy, me, MW, Coco, Wicked, Barbie. Look.
Leading the way.
Positively Paula.
Hi, girl.
Plant Lover. And I think that was a pretty painless roll
MW.
Call. I got MW. Hi, Ellie.
Hola.
So a couple of things before we start the live. If you look in my community tab, I'll be guest starring on Wendy H's, who's a moderator. I'm sure everyone's seen Wendy H in here.
Lovely. Hi,
tomorrow
Anna.
night. Hey, Anna. Tomorrow night at 9:00 Eastern. I'm going to be really optimistic and hope that I can put this box together.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of faith that I'm going to finish it because I'm rusty as hell.
How would you guess it's me, Barbie? See what she wrote? She was going to send me a message and ask if it was going to be me. Why in the world would you guess it would be me? I laughed my head off when I seen that he wrote special guest. I'm like,
right, I was like, I asked him, I was like, who is it? He was like, it's a secret. I'm like, well, clearly.
Like a housewife?
That's what I think that.
Oh, you know what? No, I should probably ask Kelly.
Or like a friend of a housewife or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I thought maybe Angela would pop on. But then I thought also maybe one of Jersey might pop on.
No, I'll ask Kelly Dodd. She just actually made a funny comment. I'll show it later when we get to the Tamra portion of this. I'll ask her though. Kelly's the greatest. I know a lot of people don't like Kelly, but I have a reputation for liking people that people don't like. I don't know what it is.
I promise to be nice to her.
Wicked doesn't like Kelly. I think Kelly is the only person who Tamra is scared shitless of. Like, I think she's the only one that could wrangle.
I think she's kind of scared of Heather.
Thank you, Plant Lover. Yeah, yesterday was good. Boy, did I get
I missed it. I got to watch it.
I got a lot of heat on
Notifications. So I guess I'm
YouTube.
gonna have to unsubscribe and then resubscribe.
Instagram has got the torches out for me. But like I've been there before, so I'm good. So yeah, so tomorrow night it's in my community tab, 9 Eastern. I'll be on Wendy H's Lego channel, and then on Monday night I'll be on Johnny's channel for trivia. And I told him it's a bad move putting me on a
Johnny
trivia
Mac?
panel.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He's never seen you do
Okay.
trivia before.
I mean, like that was his first mistake. I'm like, you want me playing trivia with you? Like I get
He
blacklisted
asked
from
you to be
trivia.
the host, not to play it.
Right.
He doesn't
I'm
know what
pretty
he did.
good at trivia.
Probably want to because he knows you're good
And
and
then
you're going to be on his team.
I think tomorrow, during the day, we'll cover the new cast of Last
Activity
Resort.
I saw that. I
Well,
think that'll be a good season. Ish. Well, I mean, they've got some good people.
half the people are broken up.
Well, yeah, but like Benny and Ari, I like them.
But they're not together.
Oh, they're not?
No,
No.
No.
Oh, I didn't know
They've been posting
that.
separate forever.
I don't think Stacy's with Florian anymore.
No, I think they're together. I think
I think Stacey and Florian are, but I think Darcy and Georgie are not.
Okay, then it starts then.
but John, I sent you that Instagram, and it was Stacy showing Florian, and then another guy's hands in the picture. So I don't know. I think it's a bunch of
And then Darcy's also making it look like she's single.
Exactly. That's what I think. Darcy's
Oh, to think because
For this
right now
week.
they haven't been renewed for another season, right?
I don't need that. I come
He
from
has
higher
3
power.
arms.
We're doing
and
the
yours
Silver
only
Twins
has
now.
the- Yeah.
I said we have to do another twin video. 'Cause those are always our favorite. We love one-upping each other as Darcy and Stacey.
See, that's why you have to watch it. But we got to get back on topic because this is how.
Okay. Well, all right, Miss Thing. Yes. Okay. So, if
No
you like
going
to
off topic for us.
if you'd like to become a member, no, MDT is going to be like the Wrangler. I like it.
Yeah.
If you would like to become a member, hit the join button or sub or like it or send me a comment. People have no problems doing that after the live. And I think that's all I got
Thank
in
you
terms
guys
of
for watching.
upcoming events. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I know we haven't done Housewives in a minute, but it's time to play catch up. So we're going to cover the show first, and then we'll get into Well Done, Tamra. And
that's like doing it for beauty, like I've never seen before.
and have you seen? We're gonna show like her videos, or like day 1, day 2.
Do you have
and then
stuff? Do you have the stuff with Vicki?
I have I posted one of the things with Vicki, the first one when she was doing the QA. I don't have the second one where she's like in the towel, I think, or whatever it was.
When she has a meltdown?
Yeah, do you have that?
We're gonna find
I
that.
don't, but I'm sure you could find it fast.
I need that. Oh, Barbie, can you drop the link also for the live for tomorrow night for the Legos? So it's going to be doing Legos, drinking, which
Okay.
I'm that's old hat for me, and then talking about topics. So
Talking about what?
like hot topics. It's
Okay, just
like
chit chat.
I'm just hoping that I can put that together in the amount of time because we'll see. And that's it. So let's start the show and get into it. All right. So last night's episode. Is there anything worth mentioning, that we didn't cover? I mean, this whole Alexis thing is just so out of control.
Like I wasn't a big fan of Alexis before, but
Me
I'm
neither.
even less of a
I was
fan now.
never. Hey, Mia Clark, good to see you.
Hi,
Female B. I
I didn't watch those.
I never liked Jesus Shucks.
Mel B. Oh, hi, sweetie
I
I
darling.
don't know how her and Tamra. I don't know if maybe Faith got him back
Alexis
together,
sued Tamra and Shannon.
or
Well,
just because
well,
it irritates
good
Shannon.
And I can't believe how like buddy Tamra is with her now. But Tamra
Yeah.
is on just a weird plane of.
Yes.
I mean, I was there for it last season when she came back, and like Tamra was being Tamra because that's what she did. That's why they brought her back.
Right.
But this season, it just seems like it's just
She's just
not holding the
More
same way for me.
intentional.
the ganging up on Shannon.
You know, like before
so
she
much.
was just messy, but like in a kind of Margaret kind of way. And now this year it's very intentional.
I mean, I don't even think Margaret holds a candle to Tamra, to be honest with you. I get the analogy.
Right.
Tamra is just really dark-sided. And I was so happy when they brought her back. I thought them firing Vicki and Tamra at the same time was the biggest mistake they ever made, and it was true. Ratings slumped. Then they brought in that Elizabeth Lynn Vargas, or whatever the hell her name was, and she was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Then they had the first gen Dr. Jen, who was a nightmare, and
Do
now
you-
we have the
do you
new Jen,
Do you
a bigger
think,
nightmare.
do you think that she's not having her own personal drama this season on purpose?
Of course she is, and like,
For her
everybody,
kid and stuff? Like the whole Vicki thing ties into everything. I feel like the
I
way
can't
she's
stand Jen.
just going after Shannon only, and that's like her focus. It seems like.
Mel B, that's MTT.
Hi.
She's grossed us with her presence tonight, and we're very
I
have her.
really don't have glasses, but I've gotten my eyes just went to crap in the last year.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like when I turned 40, it's like I went directly into bifocals. So,
I have some, but these are cheapo reading ones.
Yeah. And then my contacts, one is for distance and one is for like up close. And my sister-in-law is like, oh, how do you do that? It makes me nauseous. I'm like,
Well, I can't. I wear contacts. I can't wear glasses, like, because I have a very strong prescription. Because I'm like, I can't see shit. And when I wear glasses, I can't stand that you can only see right in front of you, and like you lose your peripherals, you lose like all of it, and. No, and then it makes me nauseous, like not being able to see everything. I throw up when I wear glasses. So I've been contacts like pretty much my whole life. And like the bifocal contacts I could never do. Like, I would just have my contacts on and wear reading glasses, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but if you've never known any difference, it would be a cakewalk.
Yeah, like bifocals freak me out as it is. Like, the adjusting up and down to look, that would
it never bothered me.
We're doing it again.
Yes, I
What?
It's so easy.
Well, these are very important hot topics that people need to know about.
Probably my fault. Okay, back to the show. What part are we at?
By the way, I took a really good dump before. Do you want to talk about that?
No, that has to be a separate afternoon live. You need to have a shit live. You really do.
You have to change your contacts every 2 years. Like, I just ran out of so I'm blind as a bat right now, but I was always nearsighted.
Yeah, you have to get it done every year because your script expires.
Yes, which is annoying because it's just annoying because every time you have to go in for like a new eye exam, they charge you more money unless you buy a lot of contacts from Jump, which I never do. I buy monthlies.
I do the dailies. I tried the monthlies, but I still had to take them in and out every day, which I didn't like. So I'm like,
I sleep with my contacts in. I know you're not supposed to do it, but I can't stand waking up and not being able to see. And I also can't stand like watching TV in the bed at night and not being able to see it.
Yeah.
And I don't have any glasses because again they make me sick. So yeah, I sleep in my contacts a lot.
Yeah, I got to get new glasses. I'm going to order online. But anywho,
Look at MTT. She's about to pop. She's like, okay.
Back to the show.
All right. Back to the show. All right.
okay.
So it starts off this episode with everyone's going to Sonoma. Oh, update on Cody. Sorry, MTT. He's doing better.
I heard.
He's still hurting.
It's good.
But the bruising is still there, but it's a lot lighter now, so it looks like it's going away.
Well, good.
Knock on wood. Okay, back to the show. Now I have to sneeze.
It's okay. We're only a half an hour into it. I'm just kidding.
Well, no, we're 16 minutes in, and that's like
I'm teasing you. Sneeze.
That's like a record for us.
45 minutes in.
I mean, just saying.
Okay, Melby, you can't tell me stuff like that. I've been sleeping with my contacts in for like pretty much. I started wearing contacts at 16.
Yeah, I've always known you're not supposed to sleep with contacts. Now I don't even wear contacts.
And I pretty much slept with them always in my eyes. But then I play tennis too. You can't run and play tennis with glasses on. It's just.
You need those Steve Urkel.
Yeah, no. Okay.
I told my kids that I wanted to get one of those like chain things there.
MTT, I really want to get on with the show, and you keep distracting us. Like, what's going on here?
My fault.
No, go ahead.
No.
Oh, finish it.
No,
I just
the
busted your
episode starts off with.
Okay. I'm gonna bust your chops anyway. So
I know.
I'm a ball buster. Hello, have you not met me? Okay, so they're going to Sonoma, and like Alexis is already like, I'm going to unleash like the Shannon videos if she doesn't shut up her mouth about my Johnny J. Every time she says Johnny J, like I think I get like
rip my ears off.
It just goes right through me like nails on a chalkboard, and that's all she ever talks about.
Oh yeah, and Heather's face, like she's. Come on.
I mean, Alexis can't have it both ways. She can't say, okay, let's like move forward, coexist. But if you don't pay my boo thing, we're going to release the video. And guess what? That's kind of extortion.
Yeah, kind of it is.
Sure, certainly seems like it.
Especially when he's got a pending lawsuit on her.
Right.
It is extortion. You better. And what did we're jumping ahead, but what did Shannon do as soon as she found out about the videos? She paid it.
Well, did she pay it all, or did she pay some of it?
No,
because I got the timeline.
We're skipping ahead.
Okay, because I got the timeline of the loans and stuff.
We're skipping ahead a little.
Okay, so
Can we talk about Heather Dubrow's family not being able to put a nail in the wall?
Oh God!
How about Heather Dubrow's family? Heather's like, and I love fancy pants. I love fancy pants. Like, if I was rich, I would be the same fucking way. Like, I would be. Oh yes. I'd be like, look at my new Tiffany's ring, and do you see this new like Cartier watch? Like, oh, I was just shopping in Paris. Like, where Heather Dubrow, have you seen her Instagram stories? She's shopping in Paris right now.
The way she looked up the shoes.
Dior there.
The way she looked up the shoes really quick when they were in there.
The Ferragamo. Oh,
they were on sale. She goes, oh, they're on sale. They're only like $375
to $475.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Like, maybe that's just beyond my dreams. Where, like, okay, if I want to drop $500 on a pair of shoes, then let's go do it.
I would know.
And then think, oh, it's not that much, love.
For $500.
But like them at like which house were they in? Were they in the Beverly Hills house at that
they
first?
Were in the penthouse.
Oh, okay. So Heather's like, well, kids, where would you like to live? Like the chalet in Aspen. The French Riviera where our castle is. Did you want to live in this here in LA because you're thriving here? Did you want to live in Beverly Hills? Did you want to live in La Plata? The penthouse is in downtown LA.
Okay, so they've got LA, Beverly Hills, and OC.
No, they sold the OC home. Like that's where they just sold it for
But they
55
just
million.
bought they bought a fixer upper for 20 million.
In OC, I think, right?
Yeah, NOC. That's going to take a 2-year renovation process because that was on $1 million listing, which you don't
You know
watch.
what I haven't done is I haven't followed all the housewives on Instagram. I need to do that.
Oh, hello.
I follow like
Yeah, some of them I have, just not.
check Venmo, John from Mel B.
Ooh,
Oh,
ooh,
oh,
ooh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Here, Cody's on my phone. Hold
I'm
on.
sorry. I'm double. Oh, I'm double.
Thank you for the Venmo, Mel B.
Oh, Mel B, you're so amazing. We always love you.
And we love Venmo,
I
and we
can't
love
wait.
Venmos. Just saying, you know.
We
Yeah,
love
once I
Brad.
found out you didn't get
Thank you,
100% of your super chats, I'm like, yeah, no, we'll Venmo when I do.
But Mel B,
Well, you know, you
thank
do have to pay me to be on the panel with me.
True.
Like,
Thank-
don't forget that.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to so she's like, you know, where do you guys want to live? Like,
Damn
could you
shit.
imagine having that conversation? Which mansion do you want to live in? Like,
Must be nice. That's all I gotta say
And
about
didn't
that.
they build like a vacation home somewhere in Mexico?
I thought it was in like La Quita.
Hawaii.
No, I thought it was in Mexico because they were building like the oceanside mansion. I don't think we've ever seen it. I think we just she drew up the plans.
We have to look into that. But yeah, like the whole thing, like, you know, kids, where do you want to live? And like, you know, and she's like, my kids are transitioning and I want, and you know, she wants them to be comfortable and I get that. But the fact, like, you know, which mansion do you, could you imagine like having that luxury if you were transitioning, like
Yeah.
starting a new school
Thinking
with,
that her kids are old enough to where like because she said she's going back and forth to all 3 houses and blah blah blah. So I'm taking it that if the kids are staying in LA, that like, well, I guess maybe Terry's there because he's working, because he mentioned it's like he's never not had like a hour commute and it's like a 5-minute commute. He can walk to
Got
work.
the
I think.
answer. They have a Mexico getaway and an Idaho property.
Idaho, huh?
Yeah.
Like a cattle ranch?
Where you go and drop some.
It doesn't go into detail, but I just found this article on Bravo TV. All the details on Heather Dubrow's jaw-dropping current and former homes. And it
I mean,
mentions
they are jaw dropping. I mean, like,
Yeah.
you know.
she got $55 million in 2022
Yeah.
for her Los Angeles, or no, for the house.
Yeah.
The OC house.
Then she purchased the penthouse in Los Angeles. And in July 2023, they purchased a Beverly Hills mansion for $16.1 million.
I really hope they
I think
move
that's the fixer.
the Dubrows to Beverly Hills. Like, I want to see Heather on Beverly Hills because Heather is so above any of their pay grades
I think
there.
she would go in very well. And
And
I
then her
think she would
going,
go very
like,
well with that
with
cast.
Erica, oh, could that'd be like the stuff of legends. Like a Heather Dubrow, Erica fight. Oh, I'm there for it.
Yeah, that would be Fancy Pants versus Erica Jane.
Yeah. Or even Kyle. And I think Heather has more money. Well, Sutton's got a boatload of money, so but I'm pretty sure Heather has more money than Erica. She
Yes.
has more money than Dorit.
Yeah.
Especially now that Dorit and PK are Splitsville. She has more money. I think she has more money than Kyle.
Jen has more money than
Erica.
yes.
Well, doesn't Erica have none now?
I think she
At
has
all?
more money than Kathy Hilton.
Erica?
Oh no, Heather Dubrow.
No, Heather.
Oh.
Yeah. But I
No,
do
but-
like that Heather is
Kathy's- no,
using this
Kathy's got her beat.
platform to, not like advance her kids, but putting it out there, like, because I think 3 of her children, I know Ace is trans, then there's a bisexual. I think the 2 daughters, one's bisexual and one's gay. And then you've got Nick.
I think
It's a melting pot. She got the whole LGBTQ plus the division sign minus the Pythagorean theorem.
But the way she
She's got all
handled
of it.
talking about it though was great. Like saying
Yeah.
like talking about the balance to not speak too much about her kids.
Oh, they do have a place in Balboa. No. I know what you're talking about. I think they were at a hotel in Balboa. Because if you saw the door, it had like the floor map on it. Like when she opened a door, when she closed it, like the floor map of the floor was on it. So, and then she had like the room service, like they serve room service in the silver, and she had that on the table. So I think that was a hotel in Balboa, or maybe they owned a hotel. I mean, they probably do. Okay, so then we go.
But I do
next
like
scene.
the fact that she's like allowing her kids to speak for themselves and be a platform, but not oversharing.
She's realizing it's not her place to do that for her children. She's letting her kids do it on their own. I liked that she shut up about them. Like she didn't say much, and that was perfect.
Right.
That's how everybody on TV should be.
Heather just talks about herself. She doesn't have time to talk about her kids.
True, that you got a point.
Okay, so the next
Terry's more into wanting to be on TV. When they were talking about the whole paparazzi, he was like, "Really? There's a number that I can call?"
Like, yeah, come on. Like, he's on Botched. He's a reality TV star in his own right. Hey, Heather.
They're not stupid. They know if they're in papers that's a good thing.
Yeah. And I like him on Botched. I mean, I would certainly go to him if I was on the cast with Heather. I'd be like, yo, Dr. Brew. And maybe he doesn't want to operate on it because he knows them.
Would you? What if you messed up?
Yeah.
So, I always like, well, why wouldn't they go? Why don't people see Dr. Aiden?
Oh, wait, Heather.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why. Hold on. I don't know why it's not there. I never took it away from you. Hold on. Let me fix that. Keep talking while I fix that issue.
She's showing green on the screen.
No, she should have a wrench.
Is blue the wrench?
Blue's a wrench.
Yeah, blues are.
Hold on. I'm fixing it.
Okay. Hey,
Talking while I'm fixing it.
So what happens next after that?
Okay, well, Emily has the little aside with when she's talking about the word measurement.
Oh God, that was funny.
She calls it measurement. Like, okay.
Like, what part of Ohio is she from?
I know. I'm like, what? I get the whole pronouncing things differently if you have an accent and all that kind of stuff.
Right. I'm like 20 minutes from Ohio. I don't say measurement.
I don't know. I don't know where anybody else but Emily says measurement. Okay, Heather, you're all set. You should have your wrench back.
Yeah, that was and she's a lawyer, so that made it even.
No, Heather's been around since I started. Oh, Heather's been around even before I had memberships. So
Kathy Hilton is number 2 on the.
Kathy Hilton is what?
Housewives.
Who's got the most? Lisa?
No, Lisa's like number 4. Nina Ali from Dubai.
Oh, of course, Dubrow. One of the girls from Dubai is the richest.
And this was 2 years ago, so it's probably worth more. But
that's why I can't watch Dubai, because I like Housewives. I like to see like their extravagant lifestyles, but Dubai is just so over the top for me. It's like Heather Dubrow on crack. It's spending $20,000 in ice to cool your pool down so you could swim in it. That's no. I just can't wrap my head around that.
Do they really do that?
Yes.
I didn't watch it. So
I think it's the first episode of Dubai is when they did that. And after that I said, yeah, no, I can't wrap my head around this show. I'm out.
Ultra rich.
Yeah.
I came in number 4. 100 million.
So Nina's 1, Kathy's 2. Who's 3?
3 was. Hang on, let me go
Hold
back.
on, I need a minute.
Oh Lord.
Is Dana Jenkins.
Oh,
Beverly
Diana.
Hills.
Diana. She was on the one
Is
season
that
of Beverly.
Beaina?
Yeah,
Is that
in
how you
Beverly
pronounce
Hills.
it? Oh, okay.
Okay,
So
she's not too far from me. I have no idea why she says measurement.
And then next scene, we see Heather doing an LBGTWXYZ charity event with Jen. So I'm guessing Jen,
Yeah.
boring Jen, has a kid or two that are also under the gay umbrella.
Lisa's number 5.
Alexis does.
Yeah, I was
Oh, okay, Alexis. I'm sorry. You're right.
Yeah,
me confused for a second. I was like, wait a second.
yeah, and I think, and I'm not sure of the pronouns, so don't at me, but I think one of her children is trans.
Okay.
I think. I
So-
could be 100% wrong.
No, yeah,
There's
well,
many possibilities nowadays, right?
Right.
exactly. I'm an umbrella. Did you know that? So
I mean,
I'm a bottle
you know,
of
we
cat-
got,
also a
what's
bottle
his
of
name?
ketchup.
Brian from, before.
It is my favorite condiment. So Heather is taking her, her private jet, and she's having all the girls come on it to fly to Sonoma.
Can we
Then
talk
we
about
see-
why these people don't use hanging bags for their luggage? Why are they packing everything in a suitcase? Like, if
What do
you're
you
going to
mean?
have hanging clothes, why don't you just put it in a hanging bag?
Do you really think they're packing their suitcases? Their assistants are.
Well,
Look, I know
yeah.
Heather showed.
Heather's
Like-
like doing it with tissue paper and stuff. Like, my
Because I
goodness.
know it's a lot longer, but like, look how easy it is. And she's like, "Bitch, now follow that and
Yeah.
pack the rest of my clothes."
Like,
Come
I
on.
steam in my clothes when I get there. They're ready to wear.
Like, put them in a hanging bag and then you don't have to worry about them.
I just take them off the closet with the hangers and I just throw them in. I just throw them in.
That's why I pack.
No, because when you go to hotels, like a lot of places, if
You're
they
just
have a
like,
closet,
take it out and hang
you
it
have like
up.
1 or 2 hangers.
Right. That's not a
So
bad idea. But still,
that's smart.
I mean, does Louis Vuitton or whomever their $9,000 luggage, do they not have a hanging bag?
I don't know.
Heather could be like Erica and just have everything in trunks and ship it off.
I feel like
I would-
suitcases are safer because they have the hard exterior, and clothing bags are more flimsy. They're not like
But
a
they
hard.
could still, I wonder if they have.
So that would be my guess as to why they don't use those, because they just fly around everywhere. You know what I mean? Whereas the suitcases,
Why don't they just use like Peapod and just pack everybody's thing in one thing and just ship it there, and then boom, it's already all there and easy peasy. They can get it when they get there.
Okay, so before boarding, we see Jen again crying. My note is Jen crying again. That's all I wrote, so I know what I'm talking about. Who was she talking to?
So
Katie?
Yeah.
And
finally
she
goes
was
to
like,
court.
oh, we could, the court and blah, 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 blah. And like, I don't know what, it's like she's crying. I can't take, there's no way she can be this stupid. Like, I know that people are paying her bills her
She
whole
is.
life, but
she is.
Hey,
She
Julie.
is. I think that like she came from a very like, I don't know, like a life that was so, everything was done for her, and she never had to guess, she never had to need. Her husband provided everything. Her parents probably did before that. She doesn't know how to do a damn thing.
Right.
The fact that she's spending money on manicures and makeup and hair and whatever instead of
traveling, and like I'm guessing
Yeah.
it's all on Ryan's dime. And I was thinking about this like to Cody before. Poor Ryan. Like, the
Wait,
first season.
no.
Oh, wait, let me finish my thought.
Okay.
Poor Ryan, I thought he was the biggest douchebag in the world. Like, I did. Like with his
still is.
awful clothing and like, he was like the eternal bachelor in Newport Beach, and he was just banging like hot gym chicks. Not that Jen is hot. I don't think she's pretty at all, to be honest with you.
He wore a vest, shirtless.
I I can't get behind any of that. But now this season, like you know, and you know he kind of has to be miserable. Hey Johnny,
Hey.
Why?
because his bachelor house,
Oh,
which
because he's
is
got all the kids
beautiful,
now. Okay.
is like, you know, the kids are all in there, and you know, like they're breaking shit, and like, you
Like, he
know,
wants to be famous too. That's why he's with her, and so he
the price of fame,
on the
right?
show. That's my opinion, anyways.
But you know, Ryan doesn't work anymore. He has that giant house in Newport Beach. He drives nice cars, so he
He's
seems
been
to
in
be
the
doing
news.
well for himself.
He's been in the news lately for something. I just
Yeah, he's like
read
being
something
accused of a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's a crook.
well, then that would make sense how he got all that money.
Yeah, he's a crook.
Yeah,
Crooks-
it's either
it seems like all the
Ponzi.
crooks join the Housewives franchises. Like,
Yeah.
what gives? Like, why would you seek out to go on TV when you're doing this shady stuff in the background? Like, things always come to light when you're in the spotlight. Like, people are crazy.
We never said Ryan was the smartest tool in the shed.
He sure thinks he is.
But now I kind of maybe like a smidge feel bad for him a little bit.
I don't
I don't know,
Why? For what?
Right.
because I just, you know, maybe he probably is doing it for the fame, and he'll do whatever it takes to stay on TV. But you know, he's
See,
driving
like-
the kids around. He's like, you know, this one came back from volleyball, then I got to drink this other one to volleyball, and you
Okay,
know,
but not everybody views that as a negative thing. Some people view taking care of kids and doing all those things as like fulfilling and.
but Ryan is not one of those people.
No, I don't know. I've never seen him with the kids. Really, I see him.
And that's okay. Like, you know, some people aren't cut out for kids. But I was like, you know, and then she's like, well, did you get dinner? And he's like, yes. Like, you know, we're having it at our house tonight. And then, you know, we're going to have, I don't know.
That's gonna blow up in the tabloids even more. You'll see, because it already started with the scheming thing. So that's just gonna open up even bigger.
Did she and Ryan get married?
They got engaged, I think, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Because it says here that, like, why she split from husband Ryan Holiday.
Oh, his
Wow,
last
I'm
name is
so
Holiday.
sorry.
Like, oh. I'm Ryan
He's not
Holiday.
Yeah,
What-
HOLLIDAY.
Another bullshit name. You know how I feel about bullshit names. Ryan's a bullshit name, and his last name being Ryan Holiday. It sounds like
I think they're
Like-
mixing Ryan up with Will.
Like, are you saying Ryan or Ryan? Like Ryan, like as
Ryan, like
Right,
RYNE.
Okay.
Yes, because Ryan RYAN was
The other Jen's husband.
Gotcha.
Remember, Dr. Jen's husband was Ryan?
Yeah.
yeah, but this guy's RYNE because you know Ryan is just too common. And
Right.
he needed to be LA about it.
It's like a
He's a douchebag.
it's like a Christmas porn star name, like featuring Ryan Holiday. He's got, like, you know, the Santa hat on and like nothing else.
He just
True.
screams douchebag to me, and she screams being taken advantage of by him.
No, I just
That's
think-
why they need to give away her orange and give it to Kelly Dodd, and then the show will be perfect.
A to the men.
Oh, and get rid of Alexis
Yeah, she's
and
emotional.
bring Vicki back.
I don't feel sorry for Jen because people have tried to tell her, okay, you went from depending on a man for everything in your life, and now you're in a financial bind, and you learn from your mistakes, basically. And she has learned nothing. Like, yeah, she got $6,000 a month, which, given the cost of living in California and whatnot, isn't a whole lot of money, but she's also living beyond her means. Like,
Way
isn't
more.
her house, like, isn't her rent like
What?
25,000 or 10,000 a
Well,
month?
she doesn't have the place anymore. She moved
No,
in with
she
her boyfriend.
did Ryan. Because
And then
Gina, you ruined my reputation, and you cost me a lot of money. Like, Gina was being so extra with that. I like Gina, but
Oh, of course.
she was being hella extra.
Yeah, she was.
you know, and then Emily was helping Gina, and she goes, "You were squatting in her hat," you know. So I mean, you know, Emily is good backup. Like if I was on that show, I would be friends with Emily first because she don't.
Yeah, I was team Gina and not Emily because I thought she went a little hard on her, but I was team Gina on that because, you know, I'm sure she vouched for her, but Gina should have. I'm sure now has learned her due diligence. So.
You know, and like shaming her, you know, but every episode she's being shamed in some way. So is that her storyline? Like a good shaman every episode? Like, because that's what it seems like to me.
Her storyline is
well, I think that she's not also making the best decisions. I mean, you know,
I think she just doesn't know any better. She doesn't know how to make proper decisions. I think that she's not like. I don't want to sound like mean.
No, she's got like a little. I'm smoking on. I don't like to smoke on camera. That's why I keep going off. Every time I take a drag, I go off camera.
it's okay.
Good.
I don't think she has the mental capacity to understand adult things. I really don't. I don't think she's matured in life at all. I think she everything she does, she has to go ask permission for. I think that she's so conditioned to her old life, she doesn't even know how to be a person, for frick's sakes. That's what I see from all of her.
There's nothing appealing about Jen to me in any way. Like does everyone in the chat like Jen?
Like I don't feel bad for her. I feel bad that I think that she's that way. Like, you know, I don't know.
I hope she gets fired after this season. Sorry. I just can't stand her.
She didn't bring anything.
But tears.
Yeah, she's just upset.
Yeah, she always cries. I mean, outside of her divorce and poor money management, what is her storyline?
Don't you find she's like meek too? Like she's not ready to like go bark back at one of the other girls. Like if they say something sassy, she's not a sassy.
Because even when like Gina, to your point, even when Gina and Emily were like going at her hard, she was just like, "Oh, you guys, like, huh?
Oh, that's not nice."
Yeah, that's like she's not cut out for the show, I think.
Instead of, you know, fuck you, I'm doing the best I can, or, you know, shut your mouth, stay in your lane, something.
Right now,
she definitely doesn't deserve orange.
We'll say
and don't make her a friend either. Like, just get her off the show. Put her on the Real Housewives of Crying Victims, and then she'll fit in right as rain there.
Yeah, maybe they could have a Real Housewives of Sobbing. Just all the ones who cry, they can all be.
Better move in with Robin, Sob and Robin, and so Sob and Robin and Jen could have their own reality show. Two bitches that cry a lot for no reason.
Right. I mean, you could put Kyle because Kyle's always crying.
Then, no, but Kyle, she is a crier, but she brings a lot more. I like Kyle.
Kyle has like.
I like Kyle.
She'll fight, she'll punch you out, kind of thing. You know what I mean? She just don't care. There's a difference.
Kyle is not afraid to tell somebody off. You know, so I like Kyle.
I love Kyle. I just the whole.
No, I get what you're saying because Kyle is a
victim mentality going right now. I mean, you're mad at your husband because he started dating. You initiated the divorce.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, you know. You ended your family, bitch.
The wrong You're confusing me now.
Oh, at Beverly Hills.
I'm just kidding.
So, how much is Jen's rent? Was it 10 or 25 a month? I think it's 10.
I thought it was 25.
All right, let's see. So, I mean,
she was living in that big giant house in like Newport Beach, like, you know.
Are we at the point where she talks about how much she got?
No, all right. Where we're at now is that they're all starting to board the plane, and then, like, you know, to see Shannon and Alexis on the plane together.
Alexis, what shoes were John wearing last night?
Oh, that was good. And that's Emily, you know, and I love Emily. I could not stand Emily her first, like, few seasons. I only started liking Emily when she busted out that turkey sub in the sauna. Like, and that turned, I'm like, okay, this bitch did not pull out a foot-long turkey sub out of her purse while she's eating it naked in the sauna. She's like, I gotta eat. And from then on, I love that.
This
Okay.
is too early, but later on, a perfumer comes out and she's
Oh.
like,
Right.
"What's
And she
your
wants a
favorite
taco.
scent?" And she's like, "Taco?"
Tacos?
It was
Yeah. And that was kind of creepy. Like, tell me your favorite scent and why. Okay, lavender.
And like they're
because
very
it's
well, we're not there yet. Hold on.
sweet. Okay.
So I have to adhere to
Yeah.
MTT.
Heather, I love that Heather had assigned seating. Gina's like, yeah, she's purely, over me. We're friends because she has me in the back of the plane.
sticking me with the outcasts.
Julie, I'm friends with Lupita. You know that. I should reach out to her and see if she'd want to come on live. That would be a fun live. From what's it called? My 600-pound life.
That'd be cool.
It was the first season. Okay, MTT we're straying, but it's a funny story. It was anybody watch the show? I'm sure we all watch
It's been a
TLC,
while.
right?
I'll be right back.
But it was the first season. It was Gordon and Lupita, and Lupita was the larger one. And in the beginning when they show like their unhealthy eating habits, like the package, and you see Lupita going to Taco Bell at like noon. And then she gets her lunch, and then she goes, you know what I do? I put a couple of tacos in my purse to save for later when I want a snack. And then she was purse tacos for me from then on. And then you saw her like at midnight breaking into her purse for like when Gordon was sleeping. And she's like, ooh, see, I told you these come in handy in a pinch. And like the tacos have been in her purse for like 9 hours.
You want a taco? Yeah.
Well, a first hot dog is really elevating it. I think it would be a hot dog for Halloween this year. Because, but all right, let's get back to the show. All right, so they're on the plane, and then, Alexis is on one end, Shannon's on the other, and then Katie's talking to Heather, and Katie's like, I'm surprised I didn't end up in steerage, which I thought was funny. And then the whole Ferragamo thing comes up, and they're talking about, and Shannon's like, under my breath, good thing he still wears them or whatever. And then that was a whole big hubbub. Ferragamo
comes out. Shannon just didn't comment on his shoes, though. Shannon commented on his belt, and then I think it was Emily that said, or they showed like a picture of like first his forehead showing, then his nose.
That was Tamra's confessional, like face, nipples, dick, shoes.
Yeah. But she really wasn't. I mean, just I'm glad he's still wearing those Ferragamos I got him.
And then Emily,
it's impossible for her to stop talking about him, get over him, any of that shit with Alexis sitting in the damn corner. I don't care who it is. It's impossible.
True.
So, of course, Shannon's going to be crazy. Why do you think they put her on the show? They wanted Alexis there to make Shannon crazy.
Yeah. And Emily, I bet she started dating John to get back on the show. That's my thought.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Johnny J. Every time she says Johnny J, I want to throw up. I can't stand that. Hey, Lisa Ann. So Emily and Grand Emily Form was like, hey, Alexis. What shoes was Johnny wearing last night? And she's like, I don't remember, but I think they were Ferragamo. And Emily's like, Ferragamo, see, point made. And then Alexis is like, why are they talking about Johnny and like what he was wearing? Like, why is Shannon so obsessed with him? Alexis, you make it your point to talk about him and nothing but him and how horrible Shannon is.
Right.
Every scene that you're in. Has anyone seen one scene from Alexis this whole season
0.
where she has not mentioned Johnny?
No.
No.
I mean, even when Heather was telling her about the weekend, she really didn't go into, she was like, yes, 100% I support this. But even she really didn't say, like, oh, my child came out or whatever they did. It was just,
I
well,
think she's following the
Johnny's going to
same.
be releasing these videos.
I think she's following the same lead with Heather with regards to her kid because we haven't seen her kids, right? Her kid.
Could
I don't
be.
know how many kids she has.
But imagine being, I'm Team Shannon all the way on this.
Oh, 100%.
But imagine being Shannon and have, she just broke up with John. Alexis scooped him up like a day later. And all Shannon has to hear about how great John is, how many times they have sex a day. Like, it's gross.
Does the show pay for therapy for them?
I don't think so.
They need to pay for therapy for Shannon because they're screwing her large.
If they didn't pay for Raquel, aka Rachel, aka Rocky, they're not going to pay for anyone.
And Shannon made a good point. How would she not have to? I'm sure if Alexis wasn't there rubbing it in, Shannon would not be talking about it. Shannon, she might say it here and there, but hey Grace, when you're stuck in this situation and Shannon is, frail.
Yeah, she looks like she's ready to just completely break.
I don't even think she looked this bad when she was divorcing David.
No, it was different. I feel.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
David was treating her like such shit. Like that last season.
Yeah.
And then, he was asking about, what's for dinner? And she's like, I made quinoa. And he's like, quinoa? Who wants? It was horrible.
Yeah. But I think she was more devastated by this because I think she thought that was her person.
But let's not forget that David Bedore found a younger model of Shannon and he got married to them. And then that ended. And it's like the same, so then
I thought
Shannon
they were back together. So yes, they're.
Are they still no, I thought they got divorced.
And just for the record, Jen P is different than Dr. Armstrong. So Jennifer P, who was on this boring season, his name is Ryan, not Ryan. Dr. Armstrong was Ryan.
Right. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I don't care. They're all bullshit names. All right, so blah 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 blah. And then, Shannon was saying at the tail end of the plane ride, like, John, I can't believe he's walking red carpets and doing carpet interviews when he said to me that I ruined his life by making him public.
Yeah.
And here he is, as public can be.
Why is Alexis Bellino and John Jansen at an Oscar party red carpet? I can kind of see Heather there, but
is that something you're invited to, or you could just attend?
Thank you, Brooklyn, for the first super chat.
Thank you.
Are you still working? You want to hop on? Oh wait, let me play a mute. Hold on. I gotta get back in the habit of playing my instruments when I get a super chat. Hey, Brooke Snow. So for Brooklyn, I'm gonna play my version of Roll Out the Barrel. And it goes a little bit like the barrel, roll out the barrel of fun. Hey, see, there you go. Accordion's a hard instrument to learn. Like, if it was piano keys here, I could do it because I played piano my whole life. There's a lot to an accordion. Just saying. Okay. Where are we? Okay. Let's see.
They got off the plane.
Oh.
Shannon offered him half, $35,000, which I thought, if the facelift and the other work that he paid for cost $35,000, I thought.
Okay. I've got the timeline on this.
Okay.
All right. So the first 40K was when they were still together. It was $40,000 on 123 of 22 via wire transfer.
Wait, so $40K when?
On 123 of 22 in January of 22.
Was that for the facelift?
No, that was just 40,000. I think the 40K was for the facelift.
Did you just say it was 40K?
Yeah, it was because she owes 75. So 40K was the first, and that went by a wire transfer. And I think that was for the facelift. On 5/20 of 23, he lent her the additional 35,000, and that was given via check. They
What was that
broke
for?
up, like news broke of their breakup on 1/11 of 23. So why are you lending someone $35,000 and you're not even together?
Well, I hate to say this, but unless it really was a loan.
So I think that the 40 was a gift. He paid for the facelift. They were still together. It's like, when you're out with someone, good friend, and you're like, oh,
And don't forget,
I
Shannon
borrowed
bought
$10.
the Ferragamos. Don't forget that.
Right. So you know how you're out with someone and you're like, okay, you can pay me back later. I think it was something like that, but
It's a big
I
amount.
do think the 35 was in fact a loan. But if you're not talking about why aren't you paying me back the first 40?
That makes perfect sense. Because she got the facelift. It was the 40 grand when they were together.
Right.
And then the additional 35 came after. So that's why Shannon wanted to pay 35 back.
Right.
Because it was really a loan.
That's what I think. So she was arrested on 9/17.
Oh God! Don't make me defend Johnny J, please.
I'm just saying he's a scumbag. But I truly, honestly believe that the 40 was a gift. If you're going to loan someone 40,000 and they haven't paid you back, and then they go, "Hey, can I borrow another 35?" Aren't you going to have a discussion about?
Right.
Where's the first 40 that you owe me?
And I watch enough Judge Judy and your show, The People's Court, to know that they always say, well,
Right.
why'd you loan more money when
Right.
you never got paid in the first one?
When you're playing house, it's not up to me to determine, what was gifts and what was not. That's a wash. So Judge Judy would have been like 35, pay the man.
Yeah. And, well, too bad that Judge Judy couldn't preside over this. And then we find out that the response is denied, and then you see Alexis in the car with Tamra and whoever else was in it, Heather, and Alexis was like, "I told Johnny to take the settlement." I'm like, "Oh, is Heather? I mean, is Alexis being almost quasi-human here?" And then she had to ruin it by saying, "Well, Johnny J said." He wants all of it. And can you blame him? Because she ruined his name, his reputation. He can't go out in Orange County anymore. Then move.
His name, first of all, by saying what?
He was a monster, that he was mean to her.
I mean, what was his reputation before?
I don't know. And then they were saying how he was a partner in a business and he did sell his share of it and he got a lot of money.
Right, but Shannon also said it was just part of a division and he wasn't sole owner.
Right, but I'm sure I don't know where he worked or what it was, but if he sold his whole division or his ownership in it, he probably made some pretty decent money.
Why was she paying for everything prior to this?
Probably because maybe he wasn't making the money at his job anymore, and that might be why he sold his shares.
Could be.
I'm just spitballing here.
But, her saying, well, he didn't even know what labels were before he met me. Okay, well, I guess she got him a Ferragamo of yours.
She did all of that spending on her own, all by her damn self. That's all on her. She should have taken him on trips. She was probably like, "Hey, honey, let's go to Florida or whatever." And he was probably like, "Oh, I don't have the money." And she's probably like, "Don't worry, I got it." And that's probably what she did the whole time. And then she's complaining that she spent all the money. Well, You're
I
all-
think she's complaining that she spent all that money to balance out his claims against her.
Yeah, but still, it's just I don't know. I'm not okay with that whole
But like, they
scenario
never
of her
really moved in
blaming
together or
him.
anything, did they? I
Sorry,
don't think they ever lived together.
I think he always had his own place. Yeah.
And
She's
then
going
I
to his
think
house all the time.
they're living in Alexis's house right now.
Oh, insurance. Did he work for Vicki? Imagine.
We'll try to Google him.
Kodo Insurance. Can you put Kodo Insurance and Johnny J in the same thing and see if anything comes up? Imagine he worked for Vicki. Wouldn't that be some shit?
And you got to remember that Shannon's emotions have been just heightened forever because she's been a full-blown alcoholic. So every time she has a problem, it's this big instead of.
Oh, I don't like. I mean, I don't like calling her a full-blown alcoholic. Like this. Okay, listen. The
You see her
DUI.
having drinks everywhere they go, and she's always like, "I'll just have."
They all drink every time they're out. All of them.
Have one. Girl, you need to like none for a while. Like this whole.
We watched Shannon go through pretty much hell almost every season she's been on the show.
It's all
We
been on
watch
TV.
Shannon drink every single season on this show,
Right.
like a fish.
But every housewife drinks.
But they're not
Unless
out of control like
unless you're Dolores Catania, and Margaret doesn't really. But Margaret will have a drink every now and then. But and so will Dolores. To be honest with you,
they're not
But-
losing their emotions like Shannon. Shannon ends up being like a basket case. She can't handle nothing.
Well, look at me. Look what I was going through, and look how much I drank, and to numb it.
I know, but I don't think you can compare different.
No, well, my troubles weren't the same as Shannon's, but I can understand what it's like to feel down and humiliated and out, and you just want to numb the pain and not think about it.
That's my point of view about it then? Like me saying that she's an alcoholic? Or no, you just don't agree with that?
Then you're calling me an alcoholic. Am I one?
Not anymore, but you were.
Well, okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. By the way, I will be drinking tomorrow night on a live, so
Ooh.
it's mandatory.
Okay,
So,
in
yes.
2001, John joined the insurance firm Wood, Gutman, Gutmann, and Bogart. 19 years later, he had risen to the ranks and secured a job position of vice president. Like, depending on what kind of insurance, like even after
In what
you get
year?
residuals on that, like forever until they die.
Hey Jenny, hey Steven. It's on my community tab. And Barbie, if you want to drop the link again for it. It's on Wendy H's Lego channel. You know Wendy H from my chat.
Yes.
Exactly, MW.
And for Katie to say,
Well, wait a minute. There's
Okay.
been quite a number of housewives that got DUIs. Gina,
Oh, yeah.
for one, who's on the same
Yeah.
show.
And then what did she do? She got proactive with her life and completely changed. her
Not
life.
at first. Remember what Gina said? She said, and she goes, when I got caught, I drank even more
Oh, did
because I was so humiliated with
Yeah, she
myself.
said I
That was
so
like a couple
stressed out.
episodes back.
Yeah, she sure did.
yeah.
Um,
But but I think it also, when Shannon kept bringing it up, I protected her kids from CPS and blah 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 blah.
Happy
I have to
birthday.
give a shout out real quick to Julie's beautiful mother who turned 90, I believe, drinking mimosas. So happy birthday, Mom. You have the best daughter.
Happy
She's
Happy
one of my
birthday,
best
Mama, Julie, Mama. Don't know her
Raise the
last
right.
name.
Raise the right.
I
Huh?
hope you had a good dinner.
I hope you had a good dinner.
What's Mom's first initial? Happy birthday, Mama.
Mama Julie.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mama Julie.
Keep it that way. Keep it simple.
The mother Julie, like the mother Chantel. The mother Julie.
Yeah, he is a cutie.
Yes.
Okay, so all right, so boo, 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 boo. Okay, then we go to Jen talking about, and she's crying for the 15th time on this episode alone.
Saying
About her only okay. You're a mom, MTT. 6,000 a month. I thought
that's a lot.
yeah, like
That's a lot.
Like she's got 5 kids, but like I still think with 5 kids.
To her, like, didn't you say her rent was 25 grand a month? So to
but
her,
now she's living with Ryan. She's not paying any rent.
But how big is his
and
house?
he bought her car. She's not paying any car note because she can't.
Well, we know she's broke right now. Her only money is the show money.
Can't pay rent because she got evicted.
And now she's going to get money from the ex-husband. But she right away was very upset that because it didn't go how she thought it was going to go. And she let them know.
Well,
6,000.
Like OC is expensive. I mean, everyone talks about, I don't know if it's more or
but
less.
she's living rent free. Ryan paid off her car.
Right, because she was upside down on the loan.
Ryan's a
He's
schemer,
paid
though.
off.
He's paid off with
took
scheming
her
money.
car
Yeah.
and took
Well, I don't think
over the
6,000
loan.
is a lot. I mean, with 5 kids, that's, you know, just under $1,000, and that's for, you know, food. I don't know how often the kid gets to see him, but I don't think that's a month.
Like you know, and Jenny, to your credit, I understand that, you know, and I know Southern California is a lot of money, but where I live, in the greater New York City area,
Yeah,
it's like our house, this shoebox, this 500 square foot shoebox is $1,300 a month, no closets.
I mean, that's $300 per kid per week.
And like you don't have to buy them clothes like every week, right?
Well, I'm
Like,
sure
you
she's
know,
not shopping at Target either.
I don't think
well,
that amount
she
was
should
the
start going to
fucking-
Target and getting those
She
2 for
should.
10 t-shirts.
I think that amount was only like an emergency hearing amount, and that it would get
Right.
later
This
on,
was
it might
just
get-
for temporary support.
Yeah, so it might get changed. That's just like an emergency amount.
But I
to-
do think that it
money.
has since been finalized. Let's
I don't know.
also understand her not
6,000.
wanting to work if she's got young kids at home that all have sports and
No,
whatever.
I had to agree with Tamra on this one. I did. You know, Tamra's a bitch, but she makes a valid point here and there. And she was saying, well, I don't want you know, Jen thinking that now she's living with Ryan, living rent free, and that she's getting this money every month, that she's not going to get a job because.
Yeah, I see both sides to that though. So, like she's still got a young kid at home, so in my opinion,
Wait,
I don't
Jenny, is there Kohl's in California where you guys are? She can open up a Kohl's charge so she gets 10% off every time you use it. Then there's the Kohl's cash. There's the 30, 40, 50% coupons. You know, and Kohl's, it's better to take your kids to Kohl's than if you're embarrassed of shopping at Walmart or whatever. Like, I love Kohl's.
yeah.
Can't
Okay,
go wrong with
so
Kohl's.
her divorce decree is she gets spousal support of $4,674 per month, and he has to take care of the kids' insurance. She received $535 from the sale of the couple's former home, along with 3 vehicles. The reality star also received a lump sum of 267,000 and some change. So
And according to
270,000 lump
so
sum.
she's fine.
both Heather and Jenny, there are Kohl's everywhere. So, I mean, like, come on. Like, get the Kohl's cash. I mean, one time me and Cody went to Kohl's. We had to get suits for an event. And then we, you know, I had my Kohl's card, and I had like a $5,000 limit. So I was like, let's get some shit. We got candles, we got like new curtains, sneakers, shoes, because I needed shoes to match the suits. And like I had, I don't know, $500 worth of like merchandise in my wagon. I call shopping carts wagons. That's And
Cart.
after our
Or a
Kohl's chart,
boogie. If you're from the
after
South,
our
it's a boogie.
Kohl's
Oh, I heard
cash,
buggy too, but
and
I call it
after
cart.
like our 40% coupon, we wound up walk. It was like $150.
Yeah.
I'm like, you just can't beat this. Like I was like all in. I was like, that's
Yeah,
a bargain.
it can be dangerous because you're like, oh my gosh. Like you said, you've got $700 worth of merchandise, and here you are, $150 later.
And I love the candle section at Kohl's too, because they have the Yankee candles, and I'm a sucker for the Yankee candle.
Yes.
Like it's my favorite candle.
We don't have a
By the way, I have no black cherry Yankee candles. If anybody wants to be generous, we put it out there about the bucket cost.
Which I don't think Goose Creek has, but Goose Creek candles had Care Bear candles.
No, I'm good with. I don't need Care Bear candles.
Okay.
No, my Care Bear obsession is already a lot for most people to like wrap their head around. I think
you
candles
could,
are really
like
pushing it.
burn the candle still,
Just Care Bear candles.
You wouldn't have to keep them. You could actually burn them.
Well, and then I would feel bad about burning them. Like
No.
my black cherry Yankee candle. That's just the best candle on earth, and
Yes.
there's no way around it. If you never got a Yankee candle, black
I used to
cherry,
work for
get it.
Yankee.
And you will be makes your house smell like cherries, and
Yeah.
it's like it's just amazing.
Yeah, I
All
used to
right.
work at Yankee back in the
Get
day.
empty.
And like when I first started there, we had like an unlimited, it didn't matter what we bought, it was 50% off. And then after that, I guess a lot of people were starting to take advantage of it. So a manager got 1,000 and then per year, then just a regular employee got 500. So when you hire all these like seasonal people, you just start buying all kinds of crap on their number because they're never going to hit that $500 max.
Well, I miss Bed Bath and Beyond. First off, I can't believe that Bed Bath and Beyond is no longer a store. Like, I just
kind of pricey.
don't.
I
But
love
after Christmas, they would have all like the $30 Yankee candles on
Mhm.
sale for 70% off, and we would buy them all. Like the cookie one was a good one. The one that's like the pine one.
Oh yeah, we got those.
They have a hell of a sale.
Grandma's Pie.
No, it was oh God, what was it? Oh, it was
God.
Grandma's.
Hey,
cookies.
Steven.
Yankee has a hell of a sale the week between Christmas and New Year's. It's like 70% off. Order from the website. And then I think if you order like $100, which is easy, you get free shipping.
Not gonna pop. Okay, back to the episode. I'm just kidding.
The site is Polo Clone or Dracar. Can't remember. Anywho,
I'm taking notes for next episode.
Okay, all right. So, and again, all right. So, I think the 6,000 is
I think
enough.
it's enough. Apparently not enough for LA or whatever, but
right.
it is what it is.
Stop at Kohl's. Problem solved. Get a Corolla. Like why do you need?
Yeah, hit up, start
Products.
clipping some coupons.
Could you imagine? I see her as a coupon clipper, to be quite honest.
I don't even know where she can find a coupon and what scissors are. Like she's probably never even held a scissor. I don't even think.
I'm going to venture to say that, she doesn't. I don't even think she would do electronic coupons.
See, you guys are sounding just like I was saying about her earlier. That I don't think she's like mentally capable of doing it. You're just confirming how I felt earlier.
No, when you said that, I'm
you
like,
feel bad for her, and I make fun of her. Like there's a difference. Like I can't feel bad for her.
Yeah, I don't feel
I don't
bad
know
for
why
her,
she's
but I
on the
do
show.
believe there's truth in what you said.
Like this is gonna sound so bad, but I just feel bad that she's stupid.
Oh, honey, if I had the time to feel bad about stupid people, I would. You'd never see me on social media. I'd be in my bed 24 a day, ripping my hair out, like I am getting torn up on Instagram about my Michael post. Ooh, they are vicious,
Let 'em
and it's fine. Like I've been through it for 10 years. I think this is gonna break me. Someone said.
Go breathe me.
Someone
down.
said to me, "Well, John, you have no law experience. You clearly don't know what you're talking about." I was like, "Okay, I worked as a paralegal for 6 years. I was a non-attorney rep for 2, and that means like you show up as an attorney in court.
Court reporter.
So I was like it's like a faux attorney, not like but like, it's
You're a
called a
fill-in.
non-attorney rep. You're a fill-in.
Yeah.
So that way
Until they get there,
you
or
present
have
your
to
case
continue
as you were an
with
attorney. So I did that
Right.
for 2 years. And then for 5 years, I was a court reporter. And my best friend's a divorce attorney, and all my closest friends are lawyers because I've been in that field for so long. But I don't know anything about court or laws. No.
How dare you?
Okay, so boop,
John.
boop, 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 boop.
You need to wait over there.
Okay, so we got there. Shannon posted. Oh, okay, this is bad. And
Do
I'm like,
you
it's sad.
believe that Gina was set up Katie for the whole paparazzi thing?
Yes, but that's in a minute. Let's talk about the fact that Shannon posted an IG post at her alone at a bar with a drink in her hand.
Oh. Yeah.
And
And-
she's like, yeah, I had
Perrier
Pellegrino with cranberry.
Pellegrino, yeah,
Did
and
you see the
cranberry.
look on her face though? The look on her face was like, oh.
And
Yeah.
they were like, Shannon, what did you drink? And she's like, She was trying to think of like a non-alcoholic drink that she could think of real quick. Like I can tell you what I drank last night.
Pellegrino
Like,
with
like that.
cranberry?
And who was
Pellegrino is sparkling water.
Was it Emily?
Or is it mineral water?
I don't care. Cody, go ahead.
Regardless,
Well, they
it still
said-
sounds terrible.
They said Pellegrino. But if you're going to have water and cranberry,
Why are you saying that?
Can't you go to Denny's?
Yeah, exactly. Who was it that said that? Was it Emily that said that,
why
or
can't you
Tamara.
just take an
You
Uber?
I don't
can't
think
go to a
Denny's is gonna
diner?
have Pellegrino.
Why can't you go to the gas station?
Well,
Or
Denny's
co-
does have like
No, relax in
a
her-
high end. All right, fuck Denny's. A diner.
a
Yeah.
supermarket.
I mean,
Ruby
you can walk
Tuesdays.
into a
Buy a
Fridays.
six-pack
or-
She
and
doesn't go to
a
diners.
cocktail thing.
Shannon is not going to diners. She's
I
gonna-
I
I mean,
go
she
to
could go to
diners.
like an Applebee's or like a restaurant bar.
Wasn't though. It
I'm
was
not
a
Applebee's either.
full-on bar.
Right, but it sounded
Was-
like full on bar.
and even let's
a
even if
full
we give
bar.
Shannon the benefit of the doubt and she
Agreed.
was drinking Pellegrino, right? What message are you trying to convey by? And I'm Team Shannon. I love her, but with all this DUI stuff going on
You're not
and
helping
Tamra
yourself.
calling you out every episode, and
She's
like,
trying
you
to
thought it
let-
was a-
True, though. It's
yeah, she's
true,
trying to
though.
let everybody know that she's not an alcoholic and that she
That's
can
right.
handle her booze.
But what did she say when she got there and they were eating like lunch? She goes, "Okay, well,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
on vacation, and you know what?
I'll
I'm just
I'll get
gonna-
a triple Belvedere, no juice.
Right.
She did.
I'll just have
She goes-
one.
She goes, I'm gonna have a what was it? Tito's.
She drinks vodka and soda.
It's-
That's Shannon's
I
drink.
think
Yeah.
it's Tito's or something. What I forgot the name of like
Belvedere.
Belvedere. Oh, okay. And
Or is that the read?
what else? And something. She goes just.
Oh
one.
no, Dorit gets Dorit might get, but
When you
Dorit
start
has like the
with
whole
one,
carcass out thing, which I
and
can't
Right.
you
stand.
But I
I
thought
was a bartender.
Reed did
If I was a
Belvedere
bartender
soda,
for
carcass out.
20
Three
years,
lemons,
I
carcass
was a
out.
bartender. If someone asked me for a drink with the carcass out, I would take the lemon and throw it at them. I go, "There's your carcass. It's out." Like I could never.
Yeah. I mean, why don't you
yeah.
just say, a squeeze of lemon? Because that's exactly what it is.
It's
I'll give you that.
she wants the twist. It's like it's a twist. The carcass out. When you make a twist, it's you peel whatever
Right.
the guts of the twist, whether it's a lime or a lemon or an orange.
I was a bartender.
Okay, so that's a
Yeah.
twist. So carcass out is a twist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't.
I guess a flat twist.
Yeah, you don't want the lemon, lime, whatever it is, in there. Like seriously,
Oh,
a twist
agita.
doesn't give you a whole lot of flavor anyway.
Okay, Brooks knows agita it's like Italian heartburn. That's what that is. It's what when Italians get heartburn. That's agita.
Oh,
So
they're saying drink Pellegrino to get rid of agita.
well, if you have agita, you're not going to want to drink cranberry juice.
No, they're just
'Cause
saying Pellegrino.
that'll burn your insides.
I sent a video to your Instagram earlier of Tamara with her response.
Now, I did write down the names of the sparkling water for Heather for her children. It's called Jim's. There's a Brut, which is a very, very dry sparkling, a rosé, a Blanc de Noir, which is a white juice extract from black grapes, and an extra Brut.
That's
Which
all
is-
non-alcoholic.
Very, very dry.
I love when non-Italians try to say it. I live for this. Agita.
It's French, you asshole.
But that's what the Italians say. And they only
What-
border France, so I mean,
So which
if
one?
it's a
The
French thing,
Blanc?
agita.
Oh, I'm talking about the sparkling here.
We're all over the place. MTT had to go take a Xanax because we're not even close to being done with the show. She's like, this is the last time I ever come up again. You'll see me back in 4 more years now.
I mean, you should
window.
kind of be happy that Brooklyn's not here because, you know, we would have to like tranquilize you. Love me some Brooklyn.
Hey, Amanda. No, I wish Brooklyn was here.
Oh, I love
Because
Brooklyn.
she could go into the ins and outs of agita. But it's Italian heartburn is what it is. All right, so let me get back to on panel before MTT blows up. Okay, so then I can't with this whole Gina Travis thing anymore either. Like, you know,
It's
I
odd.
don't get that. So is she? I need to understand this. So did they move apart from each other because his ex-wife is just causing trouble?
I said this from day one.
Yeah.
Her ex-husband Matt's a hottie, and they're you know, Gina graduated high school the year before me, and she went to high school one town down. I went to Deer Park. She went to North Babylon. And Matt is a hottie. Like,
Yes,
you know, I don't know how.
he's a cutie patootie.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
looks don't mean anything if he didn't treat her properly. So
Well, then they tried to get back together again, and you know that whole thing happened. But I said from jump, as soon as I saw Travis, I'm like, there is no way she's ever going to stay with him because he's like, you know, a Cole's version of
But like,
Matt.
What does that
she
mean?
and Travis are in business together. They're both in real estate. So I think you're right that he moved out because the ex-wife was
don't want
causing
him out.
problems. Then they get a dog, and she's doing reno on her house, but
You got
he
a
feels
second
some
dog.
type of way because she's doing the reno.
They have dog. They have each have a dog now.
And Cody, what does he drive? They drive like humble cars. You know,
Yeah.
what does Travis drive? Like what is it, a Corolla S or something like that?
I don't think she's
What-
gonna. I think
What
they're
does Travis drive? Gina's boyfriend, like a Corolla S or something like that, right?
No.
Like a
It's
Chevy.
the Kia
Oh.
Optima, but you have the symbols that you can change out, just like Hyundai does.
With the
like,
Genesis.
with the wings.
Yeah.
Instead of saying the H on it, you have the option to
That's the
change
wing.
that out too. So
And
it's
again,
Kia
humble.
which is a very nice car.
Steven, you watch OC?
But it's only like you can get one for
But
like
I don't get what that situation
5,000, like
is.
the turbocharged top of the line. But it's nothing.
I'm
usually-
wondering if it's a matter of child support is the issue, because it doesn't make sense to me how if the ex-wife is a problem and she's causing problems, well, you're still together. You're still gonna have the same damn problems. Doesn't matter if you live separately, you're still freaking together. Your lives are intertwined. The problems are still going to be there. So the whole moving separate, the only thing I could think of is that maybe she's taking him back to court for child support and she wants part of her money. Like the household income.
Travis's wife is taking him back to court for child support.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Travis's ex is probably wants more child support and wants to take part of her income. Because it doesn't make sense to me that they're still together. Because the problems are still going to be.
They're not together. Like he's a glorified babysitter now.
They're still together.
They're not together. And then she got a dog, another dog to replace him with. I mean, like what? That was the pudding right there.
Let me say something. Meatball and Clover.
I like the Meatball name. It's a cute name.
I don't think they're gonna last.
Clover. No,
I don't think they'll last because she's too outgoing compared to him. He's
right.
like,
and what does she drive? What's her truck? A Chevy?
Who?
Gina's. Her truck.
What, the black one?
Yeah.
When she was pulling out. And no, that was a Suburban, Chevy or GMC, whichever. They both made the same thing.
Hey, be careful what you say about Ford.
Company, but it was just something.
I've had a Mustang. I'm on my fourth Mustang.
She's got a BMW Isoletta 3. No, that's Gina Ward. Sorry.
Yeah. No, the
last time we saw it was the black, like Tahoe or Suburban. I wasn't too sure. She had the warning sticker on her window, so I don't know if that was a rental or like whatever, but it was a black like GMC or a Chevy, but they're both the same.
Shannon was driving an Escalade. Emily drives a Tesla. Gina drives a minivan.
And Heather drives a private jet.
Yeah, this was back in 18. So Vicki drove a Maserati, Tamra a Range Rover, Cadillac Escalade, Kelly Dodd BMW, Emily a Tesla, and Gina a minivan.
I can make Ford jokes because I've been a member of the Ford family for.
Same
I got my first Mustang when I was 18, and I'm 45. So almost 30 years. Wow. Damn. Yikes.
So if that shows you, those Mustangs are great cars.
I've never had an issue with a Mustang. Knock on wood. Yeah. Oh my God.
No, I'm gonna call your bluff on that one.
Like minor stuff, but like nothing like like belts and.
Yeah, belts and like whatever.
But that's wear and tear
What
in a
about
car.
the radiator?
Oh, I had insurance. I had the warranty for that.
No, I know, but I'm just saying that's a major thing. It was covered, like whatever, but
No, Steven, I don't need a V8 Mustang. I had GTs. My first three were GTs, and then this last one that I got in 2017. Like I don't have anything to prove. I don't want to be spending all that money in gas, and my racing days were over. So I got the V6, but I didn't get the 4-cylinder because Mustangs that are 4 cylinders just are wrong.
they have the turbo.
No, turbos always break.
So stupid. Yeah, they always do, and it's more money. But yet it's still considered a 4. Even though they have more horsepower than you with the V6. It
That's
don't matter.
true. My Mustang now has more horsepower with the 6 cylinders than my 3 5.0s.
How did you end up talking about cars?
I don't know. Okay, back to the show. There we go. Thank you for wrangling us.
Receipts too. I got them.
All right, so boo, 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 and then the bar, and then we got Gina. Okay, and so then next scene is Shannon saying that John's attorney didn't accept the request, and then by now they've all been talking about the videos that Alexa has, that he has ring camera footage of the night.
And that didn't make sense either.
What part?
Where
No?
So the ring, because the accident, I guess, was catty corner or kitty corner, whatever she said, to his house. So did his ring camera
Yeah,
pick
she
it up?
said she was
or
in the
did-
car for 5 seconds.
He
Okay,
probably had like
so-
cameras outside of his garage or something also.
All right. So she says she only hit a planter, but she hit the planter hard enough to knock herself out, her taken to the hospital, and then.
Well, don't forget,
She probably didn't have a seatbelt on.
you gotta love Shannon, but like, don't forget, she also, after she hit after house, I think she pulled back
She
in the middle of the
walked
street,
Georgie.
and she took Archie out for a walk.
Right.
Like, she was
So
like
she doesn't.
eating
Did she take Archie for a walk before or after she blacked out?
after she hit.
Because she doesn't mention that she hit the planter, she passes out. In between that time,
I showed the footage when she got arrested on my. Should I bring it up?
From TMZ, eh?
Yeah, well, it's on my channel. Hold on, let me find.
She hit the person's house. I thought she hit the corner of the house.
It's like she's minimizing things. now.
Hit the planter
Right.
part
I mean,
outside.
never did she say, and then she's
have the
has
same
presence
looks
of
that
mind.
house has. We have
take a
them.
picture of herself and send it to John. Why?
She was drunk, honey.
Oh, she was feeling it.
I
She was
sent you the picture, John, on your text.
See how fat
Oh,
fit
wait.
Mustang.
Hold on.
I
Or
did.
on IG.
No, the picture of
I miss
the
my
Tamara stuff is on IG, but I texted the picture of Shannon.
Oh, okay. You sent me. Okay, we needed that YouTube clip. Let me see. Should I play the footage of that night? We had all the videos of it. You see it.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me find it. Oh, God, when did that happen?
So
How
you
far down do I have to go?
News broke. She was arrested on 9/17 of 23.
Go back a year. Boop, 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 boop.
But it just didn't make sense. So she takes the picture. He doesn't. She lost control, hit a planter, unconscious, woke up in the hospital.
You think she was too drunk to
It
even?
says 3 to 5 seconds after leaving Johnny J's house. She takes a photo after midnight, and John responds about 1:30. What's happened? Police just brought Archie to me, but doesn't say anything about the picture.
So
Black
that's
Panther.
her recollection of things, right? Wicked.
I believe,
Okay.
but it doesn't.
So
And-
on TMZ article from last year, that was the point of view of the police officers, right? It wasn't Shannon's account of things. It was
No, it was the police account, which I would kind
So-
of
so-
believe the police account.
like hearing, like I don't remember every word we're about to hear, but how she's describing things now, it's like she's like it's dismissive now. It's like
Right. Oh,
Come
it
on.
was just a planner. It was no big deal.
yeah. But did you know I passed out? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
She was walking Archie after she had blood pouring down her face. I mean,
And then she's like, and then I sent John a text. Look what I
Right.
sent him. And it's like,
So you
but
didn't
you
think,
passed out.
yeah, you wouldn't think that the police would notice blood coming down your face?
oh, my old hat. I missed that hat.
Oh.
Oh, I like your hair darker, Wicked.
Huh?
I like your hair darker.
Thank you.
Now that I see it lighter in the old video,
Mhm.
I like it darker.
Thank you.
Update.
Yeah, that one,
So
it has a
Shannon,
lot of blonde in
let's
it, and I
let's just
just
see what they're
decided I-
saying.
done with it.
Hold on,
Ooh,
share
ooh, ooh,
screen.
ooh.
Google Shannon. Okay, share. All right, so here's TMZ. Let me take our faces off here. Actually, no, I'll leave them up. Okay, so update. All right, so Shannon's tough year just got a little rougher. The reality TV star got busted for driving drunk this weekend in SoCal. law enforcement tells TMZ the Real Housewives of Orange County star drove her car onto a residential property in Newport Beach Saturday night. Sorry.
And
Actually clipped the house. Okay.
wow.
So
That's
we
not
have
a preacher.
Shannon just like, uno más margarita, por favor.
I'm funny.
Like,
I'm sorry.
just doing it like so screwed
Uh-oh, what happened?
up that she's not only driving like poorly on the streets of Newport, but she's driving on people's lawns.
Like, and demographically, like, I don't know if it's just from what I can see from like the aerial shots, the properties look pretty close together. I don't think it's like a Chateau Dubrow where, you know, you got a little bit of land behind you.
Oh, let me put this on full screen. Oh, nope, wrong one. Okay, nope. That's false. Okay. This one maybe? There we go. Okay. All right, continue reading. Let's see.
I'm not going to play this whole live. It's an
Then
hour long.
turned back onto the road and kept going before parking her vehicle in the middle of the street and
There you
getting
see?
out with her dog.
Not Archie. He was with Archie. How sad.
And
Why am
then
I having
and
such a
then
hard
she
time with
says
it?
on the episode
So
that the dog
Shannon,
was brought back to John, and then he
Yes, she did. And then, like,
Right.
John's playing stupid, saying, like, oh,
What
someone dropped Archie off here. What's going on? Meanwhile, there's like 8 million cops there.
You know, damn well they were arguing and screaming and yelling at
Of
each other, and
course.
it's a big, huge fucking deal because she stormed out of there like a maniac and did a little whippy woo with her car and crashed. So,
Right. So John doesn't hear or see any of this,
after
but it's literally like a half a second down the road.
that's just him pretending. Come on.
Videos here. Hold on.
Of course, he's going
And
to be
then-
like, I had nothing to do with it. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Why is the dog here? What's going on? Of course.
Right. And then somewhere it says in this video, as Shannon is leaving, she almost runs over his daughter. Like, why are you going to let her drive?
I
Right?
found that a little different, like odd that they let that out on the episode.
Right.
Because, Shannon, this is still damaging to you.
Oh, I think
Right.
that's it. I think that's
Yeah.
it. Okay, hold on. Ram.
okay. Look at this.
There we go.
Cody, look at this.
I can't see.
Okay, so she hit the retaining wall.
Okay,
So she hit the retaining wall.
That's her car.
Yeah, she had more than a planner.
Right. According to the police report, I thought
And
they
that's
said
like
that she
it
flipped
looks like
the
it's a
house.
busy main street.
Well, wait, go back to it.
Oh, yeah, she definitely hit the house. You could see
Go
scratches.
back to the
on it.
other one.
I don't know.
Well,
It's on a loop.
Well, well, if you see there's liquid there, so that in the
Yeah,
the
there's
street,
a liquid.
So there's no, that's not electric. So that's probably why.
Yeah,
she
no,
didn't
that's
stop the
probably
car,
like her
because the car
radiator
probably
or
ran out of
something.
fluid and seized on her.
double
Windshield
G.
wiper or
Oh my
something.
God.
That's not.
What? And there's a double line on that street. That's like a
not
main,
electric.
that's like a two-way, like I don't want to say highway, but it looks, if there's a double line there, it's
Well,
like a
there's
busy
a bridge
street.
right
Yeah.
there too. So yes, of course it's a busy road. But yeah, there's
So there
electric
is,
things that go into
if
a
you look at the
car.
comments, it says whoever Gabby is, I called 911 and was inside the house. The police have the security.
Wait, where do you see
camera-
that?
Scroll. It's on.
No, you're
It's on that
responding
website.
to me on this old video, by the way.
Because I think
Here's
the
the actual
homeowner ends up interjecting here
All about
somewhere. Real Housewives.
What, all of the
Yeah.
Real Housewives? Just read it out
Okay.
loud.
So says someone, Gabby, whoever Gabby comments, this unfortunately is real. I called 911 and was inside the house. the police have the security camera footage from the house across the street. And someone says, I believe you. It's usually stress. I usually stress that alleged for legal reasons.
Oh,
Thank
right.
you.
There it is. I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my. And he heard her yelling, arguing at John's house. So
No,
John's house, like a
it was
minute
her
down the
until the
road.
next
Day when the neighbor told us, oh, I was right. John's house.
Okay, I thought I had the video. I must have played it on a follow-up one
Yeah,
of
didn't
her
they
like
find her
driving
walking-
into the house.
Didn't they find her walking the dog?
Yes. Yeah. After she hit, she thought she was gonna be slick, and she's like walking Archie after
What,
she
that's not
parked
my
in the
house?
middle of the street, and she takes Archie out for a walk, and like, she's bleeding from like her eyes and her forehead. And she's like, oh, hi, everybody. I'm just walking Archie. What's going on here?
Right. So, but now she's saying, I hit my head, I passed out, and then I woke up in the hospital.
That's just like a sympathy card to get Heather to feel sorry for her. She wants everybody to feel sorry for her instead of you're drunk and you need help. That's what the bottom line is. She wants everybody
Right.
to coddle her and be like, it's okay that you drank. John's an asshole. No wonder you were drinking. He treated you like crap.
Right.
Of course you were drunk all
But
the time.
I also think that if Shannon was so hard on Gina, like after her DWI, and like Shannon always threw it up in Gina's face how
Right.
she got her the attorney
Gina
or
definitely
she
took the
got
high
her
road.
out of it. Like, Shannon never let Gina forget that.
Right.
And now that the tables are turned, Shannon just wants a pity party for herself.
Right. I mean, even if she was in shock, if she's bleeding that bad, I mean, she's going to be transported by ambulance to the hospital. Like, did she ever go to jail, or was she just released from her own recognizance from the hospital?
I don't know. I do not.
Well, no, she got charged with with the DUI. I don't know if they just gave her a citation because she was in the hospital and for her to appear on her own.
She didn't speak about being in handcuffs and being in the jail.
Right.
I think she would have because she's a sympathy wanter. She wants it
Right.
all. She wants,
I agree with that.
she,
Okay, so
Or did she, after because it didn't look like she had any stitches, but she's bleeding pretty profusely from, I guess, her eye.
I sent John the picture. It you can't really even see because it's so far.
where did you send it to me?
I texted it. It didn't go through.
Last thing I got from you was, I know I'm not at a computer.
I texted it to the wrong person. I'm an idiot.
Okay. So, all right. So moving on with this. So then, she says that he didn't take the cut, and we all know everybody but Shannon knows about what Alexis has on her phone from the Ring camera, and and I think Gina, that wasn't accidental what Gina
Yeah,
said.
100%.
I sent the pictures to my son-in-law. Like, what is going on?
Hold on, let me pull these up. Keep talking. All right, so I'll give you a topic to discuss here.
Okay.
So
The picture. Let's discuss this picture some more. The
Right.
fact that Shannon was like, I have to show you something. Come and look at my phone. And they're sitting there. Like, I put it in the thumbnail. The way that Heather's like looking down at her phone, like, oh my God. Oh my
Right.
God.
all right.
It's just
Because, I mean, she could have legitimately broken her arm from the airbag. I mean, those come out. I don't know if you've ever had an airbag explode, but those are intense. You can't see it.
Focus.
There you go.
Let me go full screen
Okay.
for a second. Oh God, I hate being full screen. Ugh. Okay.
No.
Hold on. It'll adjust in a second. There it is. Like, okay. So, there's blood coming from her eye. It's that's a lot of blood, and it's all over her neck.
it looks
Right.
like a fake picture to me.
It doesn't
You
look
know,
real.
It doesn't. It looks fake
At
almost.
the point when she got in the ambulance, they're going to start cleaning it up so that, she's not bleeding everywhere.
that's a lot of blood, man.
And it kind of looks like it's coming from like the inside corner, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like right
where
here.
did she get hit on this side of her face? And which arm did she
Got stabbed
hit
in the
her
eye.
with? It was just odd. I mean, the picture definitely looked. If you saw the picture, you would believe the account of, I hit something I don't remember. I passed out and woke up in the hospital. That seems plausible from that picture, but clearly not from the police report.
No, it's like two different stories almost. You
Right.
know? She's giving the version that she wants you to feel sorry for her version, and,
Yeah.
and the police are giving the
Or that she truly believes happened.
like
And
not
her
all the
altered
footage.
state.
Obviously, not all the footage has been released yet. Like, is John gonna eventually release all of that crazy train or what?
Did she
And-
pay him, or is it still being settled?
No, she paid because as soon as Gina mentioned like the videos that Alexis has,
That's right. She went back
Shannon knew
and pay him.
and she goes, "Okay, I'm gonna pay the whole thing now because she didn't want them being and that would ruin her, And I don't know if we'll see it maybe later in the season because I can't see Alexis just being quiet all of a sudden because all she talks about is how great Johnny is and how horrible Shannon is. Like that's her whole theme this season. So I think at some point we're going to see him.
We shall see.
Because Emily was when they were talking about the videos when it was like Emily, Gina, and who was else was in the car, but Emily was saying Shannon's a mother, you're doing this to her and her kids, and Gina's like, if Shannon finds out about this and it's posted, that's it for her. It will send her over the edge, and I agree with Gina.
They haven't settled because as of August, she requested that the judge remove fraud from the lawsuit, and they said no, but you can still go ahead with the requested attorney's fees.
Fraud against who?
John.
So I guess Shannon didn't pay it then.
Well, he's trying to say fraud because she didn't pay him back, but
isn't she saying fraud because he's wanting money back? I don't know.
The judge denied her plea to prevent John from seeking punitive damage, but did strike his request for attorney fees.
So she doesn't have to pay his attorney fees.
Yeah.
And
The court noted John may be allowed to re-argue his case for fees at a later date.
So how much is he getting?
It said that it's still pending.
No.
John declined the offer because he refused to sign a mutual non-disparagement agreement.
She said that, yeah. And so that's just it. He wants to release the tape one day. Why? So that Alexis can stay relevant on the show. It's going to come next season. This thing's going to be dragged out forever.
Right.
No, it's going to come out this season. We'll see it. I have a feeling. I might be wrong, but I don't think they're going to put this to rest, especially how thirsty Alexis and Johnny are.
So the last episode at the end of the season, it's going to show, you think?
It'll be a cliffhanger, and it'll probably go into the reunion. So I like this part because Emily, was it Jen asking Emily to confront her or Katie?
Katie.
So, maybe you should talk. Are you friends with, Alexis? She goes, well, she's not my close circle, but I know her.
And I believe that. I think that because the season that she came on and they were having lunch, why are you having, is it like a business acquaintance, mutual, whatever? But I thought initially Emily was closer. And maybe with this season, seeing how she's treated Shannon, she's like, who is this person? I don't know who she is.
Sorry to hear that, Grace. Oof.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Those airbags.
Yeah, the airbag isn't
I
mine.
had an airbag pop on me as a passenger in a car.
Yeah.
They are
I
not
remember
fun.
just being super gassy and then passing out. So for airbag deployed, then yes, I can see that. But how can she be that fast? How can she be going that fast in 3 to 5 seconds, according to her?
That too. But she clearly did. She ran into the house, not just a planter, like the retaining wall or whatever it was, and it screwed her car up because she couldn't even drive away. And she had to leave the car in the middle of the street and pretend to walk Archie like some concerned neighbor with blood pouring down her face.
Yeah.
It's
Something's not adding up, clearly.
So I like that we're gonna see Emily confront, because Emily's formidable. I can't wait till next week's episode. And then at the end of the episode, see, almost 2 hours. See, we're gonna cut it off at 2. At the end of the episode,
For an hour episode.
that's like pretty enough time.
We had
for
a lot to discuss here.
Yes, we did.
Oh, I didn't even get to the Tamra videos with Vicki.
Yeah. But I mean, I think when Shannon goes to Heather, they've really come a long way as far as leave now versus I need to come to you.
But, and Shannon was shaking like a leaf, and I don't know why she needed to show that to Heather. Heather knew about the videos. Maybe she was showing that to her to make
sympathy.
Heather. Yeah, exactly. From Heather,
She'll go one by one showing those videos to all the girls. Because she wants them all to feel bad for her. She doesn't want them to like Alexis. She wants Alexis to be hated because, come on, Alexis is just here to cause her drama. So
right.
And I'm team Shannon, but Shannon does make a lot of poor decisions.
I even told you a long, long time ago that I liked Shannon, and I remember you said to me, "Oh, just buckle up." I remember, based on the first episode you got me to watch, I was like, I really like Shannon, and you were like, "Oh, just wait."
It's intense,
and my opinion has changed throughout the seasons with her, but I've got her read. She just wants to be loved so bad. That's what it just boils down to, is that she's been in relationships with men that just don't give a shit, and she's not the center of their world, and it's obvious.
Yeah,
she just needs to.
She very much wants to portray herself as perfect with no imperfections and.
Yep. Yeah, and that, I think that just comes with the show having money. I don't even know, probably where she lives, all of it.
Shannon came on the show as David's wife and the perfect family, and then remember they got their vows renewed, which is like a curse to any housewife that gets their vows renewed, because they always wind up breaking up.
Yeah.
It's remember Brownwyn. Oh, that mess.
Yeah, Bronwyn, Vicki.
I enjoyed Bronwyn on the show. I thought she was a train wreck.
She was, and then she winds up turning gay and leaving her husband the year after because she's gay now.
With her 17 children.
Dropped her because she was too much of a train wreck, and not enough people could relate with her.
Right.
She wasn't she was annoying to me. She had her moments, but
she was too crazy.
Right.
For real.
She only lasted, I think, 2 seasons, right? They got rid of her. They gave her the boot.
They didn't even demote her to friend. They were like, okay.
They were like, no, get off this. Yeah. They told Bronwyn, you're better suited for TLC. So I'm sure there's a show on that network somewhere that you'll fit in quite nicely on. And then, okay, so I want to show the Tamra stuff because It's in my description.
So what I
And-
sent you was a clip from Entertainment Tonight covered it. That's what I found. I don't know if you're.
Night replay Entertainment Tonight. Oh.
Are they considered news?
Yeah, it's Entertainment Tonight.
Then I
It's
think-
entertainment news.
But I'm not sure if you can or not.
I'll pull up what I have on my channel. Maybe my Instagram.
So for those that don't know, Vicki went on a podcast and started talking about Tamra, saying that, I guess because Tamra kept bringing up her daughter on the show, but her daughter, this is the one that she's estranged from. Her daughter has said in the past, I guess, that, Mom, I don't want you to talk about me. I don't want you swearing. I don't want you doing whatever on the show. And according to Vicki, Tamra's like not giving a shit and doing the opposite of what her daughter wants. And Vicki's like, you need to get off this show, go to your daughter's house, knock on her damn door, and fix this shit. Like, what are you doing? Basically.
Can we just like look at this?
Stop laughing about my mom's text message to me.
Like that's a lot. That's well done, Tamra.
That's not even the
Yeah.
worst of it.
Like
I mean-
it doesn't even.
She was
It looks
so
incredibly
swole that
painful.
first day. The first day
Look.
she showed it, she right there, that blue one. Yeah, look at that one. Look how
That's when she's
swole
fighting Vicki in the first time.
Is it?
Somebody's asking me to make up with Vicki. First of all, I've never gotten in a fight with Vicki. I don't know what she's doing or why she's doing.
By the way, look at Kelly Dodd's response to it. The mask.
Yeah.
Well, that's some crazy treatment to get done for
it.
better skin.
But
Yeah.
it's my understanding she did something really, really nasty across the line to the point where it's been sent to my attorneys. So I don't know what her problem is with me, but I'm begging you from the deepest part of my heart to leave me alone. I'm not saying anything about you. I don't want to say anything about you. What you're doing is so sad and so disgusting. It was just you a couple episodes ago saying you're a woman of God and should not be doing this. So what are you doing? And why are you doing this? What are you getting out of it? Because all that you're doing is hurting me and hurting my family. So please, I'm begging you, please leave us alone.
And
Yes,
Kelly,
I'm actually shocked that it didn't air, but there
and
was
Kelly
a
also
whole scene with
commented
me.
that that Tamra was a clown. You know, she's a public figure, and what did she think? You know, Tamra should know better than anybody else what happens on this show. She's been there almost as long as Vicki.
Yeah.
I think Tamra started season 3, and you know, obviously Vicki was the OG.
Yeah. I think it was season 3.
All right, so let me see. All right, hold on.
But what did she say to set Tamra off? Does Janelle have a new man?
No, that was her son.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, it took me a second to register that you asked a question.
Yeah. Like she looks green
Good
there.
morning, guys. This
Oh.
is day 4. This is by far the ugliest day of them all. Face, the swelling is starting to go down, but the skin is just crispy. The corners of my mouth are crispy. My lips look like they've been blown up. My eyes were crispy shut this morning.
Oh my God. Look at Gary Janetti's comment. Did Shannon drive her car into your face? Oh my God. Oh my God. That is the best comment ever.
Oh wow, some of those comments are nice.
Why are you sharing this nonsense? Nobody likes you. I got that comment about 400 times to me yesterday when I was posting. When I was posting the Michael and Angela stuff, oof. You want to have a laugh at my expense?
To be like, I know. Why are you here then?
Like, go look at my Instagram post from yesterday about Angela and Michael.
Good morning, you guys.
And here you can
I
see it's
got up
peeling
really
off.
early, probably about 3:30 in the morning. Probably the steroids stopped me from sleeping. Took a shower, woke up with some crusty eyes, can
Oh, I
see
bet
the
it's just
skin
the
is just
shower
coming
makes me
off. I have to be very careful not to pull it off because I know it'll bleed. I did have a couple little blood spots, so I'm trying to be careful. It's still
Her
coming
forehead
along.
isn't even thinking. I know she just had surgery and a brow lift, but like
Headed to the doctor's today, trying to stay
Oh.
positive. I know there's a lot going on right now.
That
Gotta
neck.
just remove myself from it. Neck
her, she looks like
is
she just recently
actually
had her
the one
eyebrows
that's the
done
most
too.
What?
Like her eyebrows look very fake.
Well, yeah, there's like shit all around them. It looks like they were like,
Well, no, I
glued
mean, but
on.
the color of them is
I think she does
like
that.
she just had a like whatever they do, microblade or whatever.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. That's microblading, it looks like. That's just crazy.
And like, if I don't look 18 by the end of this, like, I want my money back.
Right?
Sorry.
That's a lot of torture to like look at that, how swollen she is on that.
Ugh.
It
You know,
was
I give
day
her
one.
credit. She's
Supposed to
very
be the worst.
transparent. You know, she's always admitted, I think, to surgeries and stuff like that. So she's not hiding it. Where oh no, I don't do Ozempic. Oh no, just a little Botox here and there. No.
Like right there, that's like, oh hell no.
She can't keep her eyes open. Look at them. They're like snake slits.
And I'm sure she probably thinks she has her eyeballs wide open.
Oh.
And she's green. Kermit the Frog green.
Like her lips, no.
So this is 1 week post.
Projected too.
Does she look a lot younger?
What did she do to her lips and her mouth? That's not still swollen.
It's still from the CO2, but I'm thinking she may have had a little plumping.
Well, she's feeling herself in
I think she took one look at her confessional with the black dress and saw her arms, and she was like, "Dude, we got to do something about this."
I didn't want to say.
I actually like that confessional dress, like the black with the tie. I
love
like
it. It's just not. It doesn't do her arms any justice.
No.
This face that she's making just has me like.
Ugh.
Yeah.
All right. And then let me play. Yeah, so if you want to have a good laugh at my expense, look at the comments on this one. So there's what? 204 comments about me, and 200 of them are negative. And then this one has 263 comments, and 250 of them are go tell me go fuck myself. And then this one's the worst. 526 comments about how I'm the worst person on earth for defending Angela. So yeah, have that laugh. I'm gonna pull up the other thing.
What did Vicki say now? I know she said something about her daughter and not having communication with her. But then Vicki said something like, "You know what it's like to lose a child."
I have the Entertainment Tonight one. I have that one up.
So I don't know, because I know that the one daughter is living or was living in North Carolina, and then the son moved to Hawaii.
So here's the second video of Tamra in tears over Vicki, the one I didn't have on my page. I don't know how I missed this. Okay, so here we go.
I've tried so hard not to listen to what Vicki had said about me. Sydney has a very strong opinion of Tamra. Get off the show and we have a chance. Tamra did none of that. I'm in just disbelief. In such disbelief this woman would go so low.
Tamra Judge calling out Vicki Gunvalson.
So you know what? That shows Sydney, I'm not important to you.
After her real
I mean,
Sydney is the daughter she's talking to. Sydney is on the one who she called on the show.
but like, Vicki ain't wrong. I'm just saying.
I think what happened is when Tamra and Simon got divorced, it became ugly, and the daughter blames the show for her parents divorcing because she probably felt like her mother was choosing a paycheck over her. But I thought her and Simon, they made an agreement that she would not talk about him on the show, do any disparaging remarks. But I know he had a cancer diagnosis, and I thought that they had kind of.
Well, is it Sydney, her other daughter's name, that like wants nothing to do with her, like the last.
Sydney was on the
years?
show, so.
But then early Sydney was, but then you haven't seen Sydney. When's the last time you saw Sydney on the show?
Oh, she hasn't been on the show for years.
Like a decade, I want to say, at least.
Yeah. She has 4 children. What are their names?
Look at Vicky's mouth. Look at that. Look at that.
She has Sophia is the one that she doesn't talk to. She has Spencer, Ryan, Sydney, and Sophia.
Spencer.
Ryan's the previous relationship. Spencer, Sydney, and Sophia are all with Simon.
I mean, they stuck with their dad.
Stop swearing at people. Stop doing stupid stuff. And then come, let's have a conversation.
Every time I see 111, I always make the same wish that maybe one day Sydney will come home.
Why did you broach that subject on
Well, that must be Sophia.
Do you regret doing it?
Yeah, I just, sometimes you get emotional in a scene and, it's, I wanted to get the tattoo, but it is connected to her.
My oldest daughter, Sydney, said, I don't want to live with you anymore. You've ruined my dad's life, left that day, and has not come back.
I think that's my daughter didn't talk to me, I'd be on a flipping plane right now, knocking on her door, begging her for forgiveness. And I don't even care what I did. You win.
Oh, but she didn't when Brooks was there.
Did Tamra leave Simon for Eddie? Or did
No.
she meet him? Okay. So I can't remember. That was so many years ago. I can't remember.
Right. Now,
So-
I think that they just divorced and she got with him like a year later.
No, Sydney went with the dad, and then
Right.
Sophia was. I think Sophia was like split custody, but as long as she was under 18, there was no talk of her on the show
Right.
or anything, And then when she turned 18, Tamra got away, and she was back on.
Right. And I think Spencer and her are okay. I don't think he's on the show, but I think Sydney's the only one that she's estranged with.
She said 2 kids don't talk to him and 1 doesn't talk to her.
So that's Sydney.
Yeah. So I guess Sydney and Spencer don't talk to him. And then, or Sophia and Spencer doesn't talk to him, and then Sydney doesn't talk to her.
You kick me when I'm down. You hurt me all the time. I can't do it anymore.
Tamra's tearful message.
That sounds fake.
Okay. What, Tamra? Like, you kick everybody when they're down over and over and over and over again. Like, how's that feel to have the shoe on your foot this time?
That seems.
I just, they've always said kids are off limits. And, I'm sorry, Vicky's like, oh, I would get on a plane. Yeah, but when your daughter told you that, your boyfriend said some very disparaging things to her.
Oh, Brooks, right? Was it
Right.
Brooks?
It was okay. He didn't mean that.
There was nothing anybody could tell Vicki about Brooks. I mean, she just had complete blinders on.
So it's like, okay, but, don't say you'd be on a plane because guess what? The shoe was on your foot and you weren't jumping on a plane.
Busy.
Sorry,
I'm not trying to play their
treatments.
It doesn't feel great, but it doesn't feel like as bad as it looks, is what I could say.
But her strained relationship with Sydney, always top of mind for the mom of 4.
You're actually starting to look more like your dad as you get older.
I'm not talking about dad.
All right.
But my heart breaks for him. He has 2 children that don't speak to him, and I have one that doesn't speak to me. And it's all because of the divorce.
It opens up a can of worms, and it was, it was my bad, but it is my reality.
In a way, it's your way of signaling if she were to pay attention.
That's what she said. She said,
Do you know what it's like to
not
lose
the show's
child?
fault.
Do you know what it's like?
Divorce fault.
It's the most painful thing in the world to insinuate it was because I was on the show.
Yeah.
No, that's not what it is.
Well, with the reunion still a ways away, fans need to wait and see if Andy Cohen.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any coming back from this for Tamra.
But if
I don't know though. She came back with Shannon.
She's a bitch and a bully, Tamra. And for her to be going on like this when look how nasty she's been to Shannon.
I think it's so funny because I love Tamra, and you're like, oh, Kelly Dodd.
No, listen. I like Tamra, but this season she's unlikable in my books.
Tamra has no storyline this season except for talking about Shannon. It's all about Shannon.
Well, and her storyline last season was talking about everybody because she was back, and that's what they hired her back for. So I got it last season why she was being like vintage Tamra, because that's what the show was lacking, and that's why they brought her back. But this season, for her to be buddy with Alexis, who sued her and Shannon, then the Trace Amigas fell out because Tamra, and I got Tamra's point, saying I didn't feel comfortable doing it. It's a drinking show. We get drunk, we have fun. And she just did this, so it looks like I'm enabling it. And I got Tamra's point.
100%. That would be horrible. I don't blame her.
No, and you really can't fault Tamra there. But the way she is with,
it's the way she goes about everything. The way if you want to be a friend, there's a way to convey how you feel so that you're not sounding like a lunatic the whole time.
Dang, girl, you must have been saying some shit to have a housewife block you. I've never had one housewife block me. Well, I had Siggy block me, but now we're following each other again. But Siggy was the only one. It was for a hot minute. I
don't want any part of this. You can have my spot on the show. You can have whatever you want. Just please leave.
Oh, yeah. I'm so sure that you'll leave the show and give Vicki your orange. Yeah, Tamra. That day, it'll be a cold day in hell when that ever happens.
Family alone. Please.
Do you think part of this is Vicki trying to get back on the show?
Well, they are. Sorry. Vicki does have a lot more airtime this season than last. And Vicki's almost really a friend to the show now, but without the title. And Vicki is the original housewife. So, I know a lot of people don't like Vicki. And what Vicki was saying about Tamra's kids, was it should she have said it?
No.
Probably not. But what she was saying wasn't so horrible to elicit this
bad reaction
response.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is Tamra's being extra right now? That seems so fake. It just seems well, I need to go make Vicki look bad now, so I'm gonna pretend I'm crying, and because I don't know, that didn't seem real.
Oh, Mia Clark, we're pro Angela here. It's just on Instagram don't like it. And then people on my comment. Well, it is what it is. I dropped a lot of hot tea yesterday about what's really going on there. And I said I was going to piss people off, and I pissed off a lot of people. I had more so than I thought, but
Banner day at the Yates household.
I've been through worse. People are like, John, you're gonna die on the sword for this. I'm like, have you met me? And I wouldn't be defending her because me and Angela had our share of fights too. And people are like, oh, John will do anything that Angela says, and John's afraid of Angela. If you only knew. But people only know Angela from what they see on a highly edited TV show. That's all they see.
Grace makes a good comment.
Yeah, you've put Angela in, maybe not put Angela in her place, but you have definitely, and I've heard you talk about it, saying that you've told Angela, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Like, you've not been shy with your feelings towards what Angela's doing. You're just not coming on here telling all of us everything because it's somebody's business what your conversations are.
The thing about me and Angela is that we have no filter. And like, I'm not going to pussyfoot around it. I'm just going to say it. And then just like Angela.
Yeah.
I
swear to God, you told her this is not going to work. Like way
I did.
Right?
Many times, but I would do anything for Angela. But I spent more time in Angela's house than anybody on the internet.
Right.
Blogger, cast. I spent more time in Angela's house than Michael did. Just to give you we spent weeks there.
Yeah.
And I've seen everything that's happened and what goes on when the cameras aren't there. And that's why, I feel horrible for her because I know what's really happening. I know he's been scamming. I have all the text messages. I post those on Instagram. Nobody wants to hear it. No, I post the proof. Nobody, so
they don't want to hear it. It's more like disagreeing with what you have to say. They just gotta...
Vixie, always a pleasure when you grace us with your presence. Vixie's a bartender.
Yeah,
hey, Vixie, you're a bartender. Has anybody at your bar ever ordered a drink with the carcass out? Because I was a bartender for 20 years, and if anybody ever ordered me, can I get a Belvedere and soda carcass out? I would take the lemon or the lime and just throw it at them. I go, your carcass is out.
Yeah,
It's just a weird term.
Maybe it's like a regional thing.
No, it's a Dorit thing. Dorit made that up. Carcass out. With her phony accent.
Off the show and reconcile with your daughter. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that.
She just has an opinion like everybody else, right?
Right. I mean,
well, this was a very good live. I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Are you sure?
2.5 hours.
Next week, I just might.
Are you going to come back next week?
I think so.
Are you going to set a time limit on
we didn't break her yet, so
I had fun.
It was great having you back up. It's been like 2 years,
It's
so
been a hot minute. I don't think I've ever been on two. I think I was. Yeah, it's been a while. I think you were on panel once, maybe.
Yeah,
I think
maybe once or twice.
Last year, sometime.
But I enjoyed having you here, and you're always welcome. And I need someone to keep me on a straight and narrow with these lives. But before we go, do we want to talk more about contact lenses or diarrhea? I don't know.
That's afternoon schedule. You got to save the afternoon lives for the whatever stuff.
How much gas costs in these days? Okay, so before I end this, don't forget tomorrow night is the Lego Live on Wendy's channel, and that's at 9:00 Eastern. I'm gonna try and go.
I might stop by.
Yeah, do a pre-show.
I got a wedding to go to.
Oh, nice.
I have we have to work tomorrow, so I don't. I'm gonna try and do the cast of the Last Resort if I could squeeze it in before the Lego Live, and
20 minutes is all you need for that.
yeah. So I could probably do that, and then that's it. So I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you, Melby, for the Venmo. Thank you, Brooklyn, for the Cash App, and thank you for being subs. And I really hope you come support me on the Lego channel tomorrow because I'm going to be nervous because these are like Lego professionals, and
it's okay. We'll walk you through
your stories tomorrow so that we can find it easy.
I was a Lego professional like when I was a teenager, and so I'm a little rusty, but you just
like
you can
riding a
laugh
bike.
at me. right. Good night, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Good night.
See you tomorrow.